The Great Wall, starring Matt Damon, is a film about a man, a Westerner, going to the East to find trade for black powder. Going into this movie, I only had the trailer to watch, and I didn't get any reviews, I didn't see any reviews, but to be honest, my first opinion was, this is going to be a really corny movie. And to my surprise, it was kind of corny. I say it as a surprise because I thought it was going to be really corny, but there was a kind of things in there that kind of made me do a double take. In this film, there's a lot of, not mystery, but sort of intimidation about this beast they are talking about. In the trailer, you kind of see what it is, and it's kind of talking about how the Great Wall of China was built to protect people from something, and that something is intimidating. Now, I won't give anything too much because I want you to experience the same way I experience it, but this movie was okay. Like, the best way I can put it was, it was okay. The pros of this movie are the action is very well made. The action is makes this movie a lot more better. And without the action, this movie would be terrible. And the action is really what makes this movie okay. These days, action is very easy to make. I mean, you have CGI, computer-generated images, and that helps you out a lot. And trust me, this action was CGI heavily made, because these beasts aren't real animals. So they're obviously not real. So they're computer-generated images, or CGI. So the action, the only action in here was with these animals. And to my surprise, it wasn't that cheesy. Like in a couple movies, there's like really bad CGI of just terrible CGI. Like it's just so bad. Like in The Mummy. In that movie, it's just terrible CGI. But this movie kind of pulled it off. In some shots, it was a little cheesy. I'll talk about that on my cons list. And the plot. The plot was also a thing that kind of had a few holes in it, but I'm talking about the pros. The pros of this plot was, it kind of held up. Going to this movie, I thought the plot was going to be really bad, but it follows through. The plot follows through very supportively, and it kind of surprised me on how it followed through. So I'm going to put that on the pros, and I'm sorry this pros list is pretty short, because this is an okay movie, but that's basically the pros for The Great Wall. The cons. The cons of the great movie. I wouldn't say there's a lot, just not. There's not a lot. I mean, no, there's a lot. Wait, it's a so-so. It's a más o menos, So, I learned that from a math teacher. Yeah. So anyway, the cons of this movie were, for one, the editing. The editing was not the greatest. I feel like it was very rushed. In the beginning, the opening shots of the film, Matt Damon is with his pack, and I don't want to give too much away, but the shots were try to create tension. It tried to create tension, and it just didn't go off as well as it should have. It was very rushed, the editing, and it didn't come off as well as I think it should have been. And one thing, I just watched this movie like right now, and to be honest, it was okay movie, so the cons are just not really there. Plot holes, like I said, the cons of is one of those plot holes like I was talking about. One of the plot holes was the fact that it took them the battle started with these beasts 60 years ago, and sort of a spoiler alert, they stopped the beasts. But that's kind of a given how this movie's supposed to be a legend, and the legends are supposed to be historically accurate, and obviously these beasts didn't destroy the Great Wall of China. But the battle started 60 years ago, And to be honest, I don't know how it took them that long to destroy the beast, because how to destroy the beast is a lot easier than you think. It's not killing them. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but it's a lot easier than you think. Hold up. It's super easy. And it took them 60 years to come by? I mean, Matt Damon comes in and apparently it all works out. That's just a hole I just can't get past. And that's a very big con. There's only 2 cons that I put up, but one of those cons are very big. But, I guess it kind of fits. It's just too convenient for the plot, if you ask me. Now, overall thoughts. Overall thoughts of this film is, yes, my overall thoughts of The Great Wall. To be honest, it was, like I said, okay film. The best way to put it is, it's an okay film. And, to be strict and frank with you, it was very rushed. This was a extremely rushed movie, and the best way I could put it is if they worked a little hard, because a lot of badass parts happened in this movie, but if they just try to make this movie a little longer, not make the movie longer, but take longer to make this movie and just try to fix editing or fix little shots and take care of the little details, this movie would have been good. Not okay, good. And those are basically my overall thoughts of The Great Wall. Oh wait. What'd I give it out of 10? It's an okay film. My 10 is The Shawshank Redemption, 1 being Sharknado. I give this a 6. A 5.5. 5.5? Yeah, I'll give this movie a 5.5 out of 10. That may seem low, but like I said, 10 is The Shawshank Redemption, and it is not 4 points away from The Shawshank Redemption, please. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. See you on the next.